So here we are in Frankfurt, the first EBA Business Forum, sponsored by Dovetail and hosted by Deutsche Bank. In the run-up to EBA Day, the EBA and Finextra will be running a series of these events across Europe, bringing EBA Day content to local communities. The forums will offer opportunities for early networking and develop thinking in the banking field. So Martin, if the operator of Target 2 is concerned with the potential of free riding, what do you think of tools like predefined throughput and/or settlement fees according to submission time?
Well, we are of course concerned with free riding if it occurs. Up until now, we have a very good payment culture in the whole Target 2 community, so free riding among the large participants is not an issue. We watch it continuously. Instruments to avoid it is first a good liquidity settlement engine, which makes payment cheaper for banks so that they can use it early, and for instance limits, bilateral limits, as we do apply them to avoid free riding. Other instruments like throughput rules or predefined differentiation in the payment fees, well, they don't work automatically, and we need something which in times of stress works automatically without intervention by the central bank or by the operator.
Okay. Does the Bundesbank share its insights into liquidity management?
Yes, of course we do, on many levels. We have our national user group for Target 2, where we share a lot of insights we have from the operation of the system, from liquidity flows back and forth, and we do also bilateral meetings, sharing with banks even more what we know about their special liquidity management, which we cannot show others, of course. Yep. This is very helpful, I believe, for banks and also for us, because we learn from their perspective why they behave in the way they do, and they learn how they could possibly manage liquidity better.
So will intraday liquidity be a pain for banks in terms of reporting, or do you think it will be affecting other products?
I think intraday liquidity is an issue for all asset classes, and it will affect all banks and across all currencies globally. The Basel III framework drives that in part, but also some of the market trends underlying what's happening, what we see here. We have tremendous algorithmic trading going on that affects the liquidity. We have demands from users for mobile payments, e-commerce that drives that, as well as, of course, banks in the future, I think, needing to be much more intelligent about how they apply liquidity and price liquidity into their various products, be that essentially deposit products on the liability side, or their lending products and their payments products and transaction products on the other side.
Okay, Christian, the current proposal is reporting, but what is required to genuinely manage the risks?
Right, so yes, the proposal that is out there is reporting, but there's more to it than just reporting. So two items from my side is, one is we do share the same goals as banks and regulators for financial stability. So I think it's a good step forward to look at the reporting requirements. But if you really genuinely want to manage risk, it's more than data gathering of the past data. What we need to do as banks is we need to work on these topics. A lot of these things that have been discussed here today in the session, and we really need to create a forward-looking, risk-based view.
Freddie, what are the challenges to banks in implementing these systems to monitor intraday liquidity?
I think the biggest challenge that banks face today is the fact that they function in an environment where systems are siloed by business lines, product lines, and they are not effectively able to have a holistic view of where their liquidity is coming from and where it is being used for. And we think that we provide the solutions that can help banks capture all those information through a modern software applications that not only is flexible to implement, but that is also less intrusive, allowing them therefore to quickly not only comply with the challenges of newer and newer regulations that they see being required every day, but also the challenges of implementing a new IT solutions without necessarily having to turn all the tables upside down within their own environment. And I think that's the type of solution we bring to the market. And I think that's the best approach that bank would need to take if they want to manage intraday liquidity in a much more effective way going forward.
So Thomas, what were your thoughts on the first EBA Business Forum in Frankfurt?
Well, if you've seen the first slide, it says networking, debate, strategy. And I think this was the exact thing what we done. I was very impressed about the quality of this of the session. Very impressed about the quality of the speeches, of the presentation. For me, it was very interesting to learn about the thoughts of the colleagues of the different other institutions. Perfect format. I'm very confident that this will go on. I think it's the right size to have to tackle topics in this kind of meeting, of business breakfast, small groups, not looking or have a monologue from somebody, but have a dialogue on the topics, learn from each other. And I think the motto exactly meets the format of this breakfast and of the session we had this morning.
I liked especially the very different perspective from treasury, from liquidity management, from financial market infrastructures like EBA Clearing, and well, me as a central banker, of course, and IT consultants, and bringing together these different perspectives yields a lot of helpful insights for all involved. So I think I learned a lot, and I hope I could contribute also positively.